Just waiting for others to show. Listening to Robert Woods. Oh, hello. Hello, my pretties. I'll tell you something, I was a total bundle of fucking nerves and anxiety up till about 1 minute ago. I'm still a little fucked up and sick and everything, but a little bit of calm came over me out of nowhere. Very much needed, but weird. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this stupid thing up. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let me jump into one thing real quick. Jen, this is about the thing I wanted to tell you. Remember when we were talking on the chat the other day and you were suspicious about somebody? I really don't like doing this, but I'm on such a roll today with, booting a couple shills off, the guys' channels. So, why not? About that specific person, I would bet this version of me and any other version of me's lives that of this world. He or she is of this world. And I feel very strongly about it. Just something is... I could get into specifics, but it's not really worth it. Hopefully you know who I'm talking about. I think that's the only person you brought up, so... yeah, again, I really don't like to do that, but if I had to make a call, yeah. Not part of our group. Might be more to that. Hold on, let me double check. Can you hear me okay, by the way? I guess you can because you're chatting about. Okay. What's up, y'all? Morning, motherfuckers. That's something one of my ex-coworkers used to say every morning when coming in. He's a funny dude. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I want to talk about birds. Had I been on last night, I would have talked about this, but, whatever. But yeah, I noticed that Scott talked about it yesterday, and it happened to be in the beginning when my girl had come home, so I turned Scott down while I was talking to her for a minute, so I missed it, and then Korrie talked about it, and then I think MA and a bunch of people started talking about it, but maybe 4 days ago, I went for a walk with my girl, and there was a bird that was like sitting on a branch very close to us, and it chirped about 10 to 15 different songs. And look, I'm ignorant to a lot of things, so I always thought that birds basically had one chirp, and that's how you could identify them. If I'm wrong, let me know, but 10 to 15 seems a bit much regardless. Thanks, guys, I appreciate that. Specifically Hobbs, thank you. Yeah. Is that off? Is that normal? Bueller? Nobody wants to answer me. Fine, fuck yous then. I have to up my game a lot now. I noticed that yesterday Meigs B subscribed to me, so now I gotta be all professional like, and I don't mean that in a sarcastic asshole kind of way. I respect her a lot, so whether she sees this now or later, how you doing, Meigs? Hi guys. I can't do her voice or anything, but she's always hi guys, it's Meigs again, if she still says that. This is when she was regular Meigs and not Meigs B. Yeah. What else about the birds? Well, I have been hearing them chirp during the whole winter, which is a little odd. And I noticed last summer that there was a lot of activity, like, in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. And that's, again, ignorant here, so, but I don't remember ever hearing that, really. If that's normal, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share, or don't. I don't give a fuck. Richie from Boston. I'm out. Oh, does everyone remember when Scott used to be like all professional with his videos before he did streams? He's got his hands behind his back, talking all proper like. Then he starts live streaming and he's all giggles and tea and smoking doobies. I like the new Scott better. Scott Harrelson. Just a little thing about, this is kind of a weird, touchy thing, I guess, but, so, don't you guys think it's a little odd that the dark side shows their basically entire hand now? I know that others have, like, spoke on this, and it's, you know, like, I may actually said, like, it's all laid out for you, and you could say that, well, you know, it's towards the end and they don't care anymore, so they're just, you know, throwing it out. But that still doesn't make much sense, because if this is a game for souls or whatever the fuck, they'd want as many as possible, and they wouldn't tip their, you know, whatever that expression is, tip their hand or tip their hat, whatever the fuck. So yeah, it doesn't make much sense. They shouldn't be showing anything. And especially, I mean, the one thing I could see is the truth hidden in movies, but even that is kind of all laid out for you. You know, like, who came up with that, you know, that theory? Or I can't remember if that's something I discovered like on my own, that, oh, this, you know, I've been noticing a lot of things in movies seem to be true now, or if it was something somebody said somewhere. Who knows? Oh my, all sorts of people going around. Yeah, it's odd. It doesn't make sense why they'd show you or talk about anything, you know, with their fucking signs, and you know, that's why I did the stupid hand over your eyeball nonsense. Devil horns everywhere, rituals that they put on TV. It's, you know, the, what the fuck was that thing? The tunnel thing. That's just absurd. Whatevs. I don't know if I only did one of these stupid like things with the dice, and I think it says like what the fuck. One of my videos is like 10 seconds long. It's with the Pop-O-Matic bubble thing, and I mean, I noticed this maybe a couple days after I did it, but never talked about it. The numbers I had were 26, 3131, I think. Yeah, 3131. And so if you add the 3 and the 1, or both 3s and both 1s at the end, it becomes 2662. You know, I don't know if that means anything. I just thought it was like a weird thing. If you break it down a little bit more, you get, you know, the same basic numbers, whatever. Maybe if you guys have pen and paper handy, this might be nothing, but it might be something. I'll give everybody a minute to get it. It was something that I think I picked up on from the whole discussion yesterday about one person in our group uploaded a video about 9 months ago, didn't remember doing it. It was brought up on their chat, and I think there might be a little hidden message there. That's why I'm asking you to get pen and paper if you want to help to figure it out. I'm sure somebody already has, but, you know, I'm a little slow, so I didn't even pick it up until, you know, today, because it's from 9 months ago. So that specific video is in my stream topics playlist. Hopefully I'm going to be able to show you this. This might be rough, but in that video I think there is well, I know there's at least one hidden message in it. So cripes, hold on one second. I mean, you can pause this later and rewatch it, but I marked down the times where I think, and there's a lot of times, but where I think there might be hidden messages. So, you know what, I'll read them all first. Yeah, so at the minute mark, minute and second mark, this is what you'll be looking for. 4 minutes, 6 minutes and 25 seconds, 7 minutes and 25 seconds is part of the key to the message. 8 minutes and 50 seconds, 9 minutes and 33 seconds, 11 minutes and 50 seconds, 13 minutes and 22 seconds, 14 minutes and 5 seconds, 15 minutes and 30 seconds, 16 minutes and 45 seconds, 21 minutes, 24 minutes and 50 seconds, to 26 minutes and 45 seconds, I think is like a whole little thing. So I'll just hold it up so you can, oh geez, so you can get the times, if you can see. Oh, the 30 minutes at the top too, I starred because there's one there, but it's a Morse code. Yeah. All right, so there you go. Again, that video is in my playlist, stream topics, so you'll know it actually has the little skull guy on the thumbnail. And if I were to guess, I mean, alright, so the whole reason, I think I'm still under the radar enough to where I can say things and not get, buffering or whatever. So, when we were talking about it, and actually I said something on the chat about, I was like, it's not like the person would forget about making the video with how much other shit that he remembers about. First of all, how many different timelines he remembers things from everything. Not hard to pick up on who I'm talking about. So that he would forget making a video is, pretty much not going to happen. But if that was a way of saying, go back and look at that video, and that's why he brought it up, because it's time to look in that video. And he's said that a couple other times about older videos that he doesn't remember making. So I would, this is just a guess, but I would, since this one was 9 months ago, I wouldn't doubt if there was one 3 months ago and 6 months ago, just for some, weird reason. But definitely there's been a couple times, and I wouldn't even know where to go back and start looking at which one of those videos he said it. But I'm not doing anything. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, see if I can find them. I've never found any of his little hidden things in any of them, but I don't know. A couple of them I figured, like, well, this is probably a code in there somewhere, and that's way out of my league. Pardon me. Yeah. See, this one was a little weird, but I noticed in Rationally's stream today that the time was like way off with the chat and what was being spoken, but it was my fault because I was somehow behind, even though it was live and the red bar was all the way to the right. I went back and forward again so I can get back, and it was back to normal timing. But somebody had she said something, and somebody commented about making a Mandela Effect CD like way before she said it though. But again, I think that was my fuck up. Oop, getting the buzz tone. Fucking A. Anyway, the other day I happened to walk by my girlfriend in the kitchen, and I was a good 4 to 6 inches taller than her, and maybe, it used to be 2-inch difference, but it was like I was towering over it, and it was very weird. And she definitely noticed it too. She goes, "When did you get so tall?" And I was like, "I don't know. Still haven't checked my height. I don't know what the hell I am now. Used to be 5'8", I think." Anyway. was kind of thinking about, you know, in game terms again. Role-playing games, they have like these things where you get experience points as you play through the game. As you fight characters or whatever and you beat them, you get experience points, and you can spend them on things like strength, stamina, weapons, magic, armor, whatever. What if it's like that for us here, but it's you know, what they call them a skill tree. So, you know, you can put your points towards all strength, and it'll keep growing off on that branch. But if you don't split it out, you know, your character's super uneven, blah blah blah, and he's no good to anybody unless you kind of even it out. But like, I mean, I don't know. This is kind of a topic for everybody. What would you think? I mean, I thought of like, you know, maybe it's like compassion, helpfulness, your ego, your anger, anxiety, spiritual side, your slow or quick to change. Like, I don't do change at all. Like, well, a little bit here and there, but I'm terrible at it. Like, I'm so fucking stubborn and like terrified of change with most things. Yeah, hold on, let me get back on the chat. Come on. Hate these fucking gadgets. Okay, let's see what's doing. Alrighty. John wrote video URL place. What's that all about? Hello, hello. Tammy Rockbath. Link to the times you listed? Oh, you want me to read it off again? Or hold it up again? You wrote down timestamps but no video. Are you saying the video's not in my playlist? I guess maybe you didn't hear that part. There's a video I have a playlist called Stream Topics. Oh, thanks, Hobbs. I try. The title, shit. You know what? Hold on, I might be able to find it. This thing takes forever to load, so give me 1 second. Okay, it is... Ooh, bunch of numbers at the beginning. It says 4411333335, proving something. I can't read the whole thing, but yeah, it's should be the last video in that playlist. I also have above that Sharky's video that I was telling everybody to watch. It's really good and hilarious at the end of part 2. Let me see if Sharky's here, because I don't want to ruin nothing. Shit. Hold on. Oh. Never mind. Alright, so everybody knows where it is then. Good. Sharky. Oh, I can barely read this thing. Well, yeah, just watch his video. It's fucking awesome. And he's such a good dude. You can't find the video, really? Let me see. How can I do this? Maybe I could just add it again into the stream. I think I can. 1 moment, please. Shit. Whew. Smoke in the eye. Okay, coming right up, folks. No, it's not my video. Okay, should be there for you now. Yo, Korrie. What's up, my sister? What the fuck else? I last couple of days I've been really struggling with this shit. Sometimes, like, I don't know, even like on here I can kind of hold it together for some of the hour and stuff and seem like you know, as normal as we can get, but I tell you, I don't really even like leave the house. Like, I walked down to the corner store, Ted's, as an aside, a couple Indian dudes, you know, own the joint, and I walked in, I go, which one of you are Ted? And one guy's like, I am. And I'm like, alright. No, just, you know, I'm an asshole like that. Smart ass. Oh yeah, so I don't really leave the house, and like, I'm becoming more and more terrified of the outside world, and like, I really don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a job again. And I mean, I'm sure I will, but it's like, at this moment I can't see it happen, and I just like, I'm so fucking anxious. And it's just like, how do you go back out into that after finding out it's all bullshit? Like, I mean, like, you know, really bullshit. Like, it's total nonsense and pointless. It was pointless before when you thought it was real, but now it's even fucking worse. It's like, sitting there for 8 hours doing retarded shit just to not get enough money to live. What's the fucking point? Anybody figure out how to screw the casino yet? I'm sure one of us has at least, but man, gotta figure something out. I don't think I can do it. But yeah, it's like every day it gets worse. I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind almost every day, but I don't know. Hopefully something will change with that soon enough. I don't know. I mean, I would say that at least 80% of you seem to totally have it together, and like, I mean, if you're still working and not freaking out every 5 seconds, then you're fine. But I don't know. I know that there's a couple that are in bad shape like me and with that, but yeah, sometimes it gets to be too fucking much. And I like, I mean, I know that we have a bunch of weird shit that's gonna come up this year apparently, and you know, big shocks or whatever. Am I gonna snap? I don't know. I can't imagine not snapping. Just adding one more thing onto this, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. I don't know if Rockbiter's in here, but I didn't catch this till after the stream was over. I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago, and I was talking about how I kind of had the veil pulled off, and I thought I saw things for a little bit, and he had said something about he had the reveiling too, where you kind of lose it, and you know, you're covered over again. You get like really just what's the word I'm looking for? You get like foggy. You get really foggy, and it goes away. And if any of you have had that experience, I'd like to hear about it, whether on your video or in the chat. I don't care. But yeah, I find that was like just one of the craziest days, and you know, apparently we all go through some weird shit. So speak up. I'd like to hear it. It's nonsense. I was thinking about like, if like, say our bodies are just, you know, pawns in a game, and say there's, you know, a good side, the dark side, and maybe they're both like shouting down our thoughts, and depending on which one we go with, you know, the good side gets a point or the bad side gets a point. And it's like, it's really a fucked up thing to even think about. Like, I don't like that anything is that has that much control over me while I'm down here and have to suffer through whatever shit I decide to listen to. It's usually bad anyway. I mean, I can't complain about a lot of things in my life, but I don't know. There's too much bad, way too much bad, and it really fucking annoys me. Whatever. It's more nonsense. I'm gonna see what you guys are talking about. I guess I can't really go back to the top. That's way too far ago. I am Ashley. Well, at least I know I'm not, the only one thinking this shit. How dare you? I love Mama Jen. You out. Let's see. Mags. I mean, okay. I beat the Matrix. I figured out the Mandela Effect allows you so many things, money, time, travel, etc. Can't be shared by a 200-letter comment. Yeah, that's pretty much the case. Have you started making videos yet, Mags? I'm seriously like that fucked up where I can't remember who makes videos anymore because of this live stream thing. Is too many people to follow. Everybody's good, and I mean everybody. You're all fucking awesome at it. So yeah, I really don't remember who doesn't make videos or what. Yeah, right, Korrie? It's crazy. I mean, I guess the one good thing is that since we all, for the most part, are starting to see through a lot of the fear shit as just that. It's just shit to make you feel bad about yourself. That, like I've said before, I don't think we really have anything to worry about when it comes to like judgment or anything. But I mean, again, don't listen to me because I don't know anything. This is just like the message that I got from my little experience. But it was strong enough that I could what's the fucking word? I could bring it out to you and not feel like I'm giving you false information, at least from what I perceived it to be. I felt nothing but then and then that's the other thing, and I know I'm all over the place here, but that could have been from the machine or whatever it is that controls the bullshit part of this reality, but it really didn't feel like it. So I'm gonna have to trust my gut and think that it was from the big chief or chiefess, whatever God is, the good one, not the bad one. God of this world is clearly, not too keen on us. Oh, I'm sorry, experience. Oh, shit, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Was it the veil thing? I honestly don't even remember what I was talking about, Korrie. I was talking about, I had that experience with, I thought the veil was being lifted off and I saw some things. I think that, I don't even know. Well, you know what, Mags? Just honestly, being in the chat, you might be helping 20 people. You never know. I didn't think I was doing anything doing this shit, to be quite honest. And then I get feedback from a couple people, saying they're getting something out of it. So sounds crazy to me, but whatever. I'm happy that somebody is because I just feel like an asshole, quite frankly. But I mean, I like doing it. I don't like doing it when I don't have anything to talk about, but, yeah, I don't know. I need a couple of days to, fill up a page or two. If I don't have 2 pages then, you know, it's not enough. Like, I'm already out of shit to talk about pretty much. So, this is going to be a long 30 minutes. That's why I'm going to have to go through the chat, see if you got something for me to, you know, spark something in there. Don't work too well these days. And last night was fucking crazy. Like, the anxiety was like, you know, it went to 11. And then, I was so tired though. Like, it really, like, it drained me completely. And then, like, after I set up the chat to go and I laid down, I felt like like insane calmness, but like I was just about to pass out like every 2 seconds. I mean, I stayed on the chat here and there, but it was rough, man. I think I fell asleep at like 9 or 9:30. But yeah, that was definitely an attack. I mean, I smoked the doobie, but I usually just get a little paranoid without the anxiety. Well, that level of anxiety anyway. Sorry if my voice is all fucked up. You know, I still feel kind of shitty. Alright, let me do a little more up. Yeah, we're all sinners down here. That's for damn sure. Does anybody watch Regato Bonner? Sorry, I always got to be a fucking smartass. I think he's pretty great. Like, he's one of the only ones that I always see with his own specific point of view, and he doesn't give a fuck that, you know, not many, like, most other channels are all love and light, and he's like, nah, this is a fucked up place. He's like, it's all evil trying to get us, and I dig him for that. I think that's really awesome. I mean, I don't know what it is, but for a long time, I thought it was all evil doing the changes. I mean, it's hard not to see the evil that controls everything else, so, but yeah, I mean, there are little bits of good sprinkled through here and there. I just don't see it often. I see it in all of you. That's basically it. Everywhere else can fuck off. I mean, a couple other channels are good too. Like, I think Shane from Unbiased and On the Fence, he's one of the most genuine people out there. There's really not many that I could, you know, say 100% that I don't see anything, you know, any kind of side angle or anything. I think I might spark up Dubage. You want, I'm not Robert Woods though. I'm gonna be like, you know, drooling and, you know, looking over my shoulder every 3 seconds probably. Korrie up 822. The anxiety is crippling. It really fucking is. Like, shit. My girl's here, so I can't spark my dubes. Alright, I'll wait till she goes inside. But, yeah, it's a lot, man. It really does a number to you. Anya. I wish I had more to talk about, I really do. I don't want to play music really either, but hello, dear. How was?
It was kind of lame because it wasn't happening tonight. I guess they canceled it.
Oh, really?
So, this is a long drive.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, wait, are you doing your thing?
I am, but that's okay. No big deal. I ran out of things to talk about 20 minutes ago.
Okay. Well, I checked out the discount grocery store on my way home.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in food.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go inside. I'll see you
All
later.
right, baby. Love. Sorry, guys. I gotta find my little stand. It dropped. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. Shit. Sorry, guys. This. What a nightmare. I'm gonna prop you up. Alright, you're gonna have to stay like that for a moment. Till I find that stupid thing. Oh my god, where'd you go? Wow. Sigh. Well, how the hell I managed to lose it? Yeah, I don't know how I managed to lose it and all this shit. There it is. Seriously, one of these days I'm gonna give you a little tour of how, oops, sorry, of how fucked up my truck is. Okay. Alright, let's see what you're talking about here. No, that wasn't on purpose. Or yeah, it was on purpose. Like Pee Wee Herman. I meant to do that. I thought I like knocked the, or hit the button to turn the thing off because it had some weird notice on the screen. Yeah, Mags, I've been real in where you said be with your love that's more important or whatever. Man, I've been dropping the ball on that like crazy, but I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. Alright, time to spark. I shove a little bit in the tip of the cigarette. And that was a funny little thing. I don't think she's gonna hear. But hold on, let me turn this down a little bit. There was one day when it snowed and I was sitting right on the porch and I puffed a little bit and then she like came and she goes, "It smells like weed. Somebody was smoking out there." I was like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "Or maybe it was just the Epsom salt," because I had taken a bath in Epsom salt. I was like, "What? That doesn't smell like weed." I don't know. It was like as if something jumped into her to save my ass from that sticky situation. Very, to make her not think anything was going on. That was weird. Very weird. Uh, you know what? Yeah, that's something to talk. Have you guys noticed that with anybody around you where, like, you could be talking about anything and then especially if it's about the weird shit that we're all experiencing, someone will jump into them and just talk complete nonsense, and you're like, I'll change the subject. Just stop talking because you're not. What you're saying is ridiculous. I think I was talking to my dad about I think it was about the effect and how like I know a group of people online. I was like, there's not very many of us that can see this weird stuff, and he goes, there apparently there's a planet, like my last name is Bartolucci, and he goes, there's a planet named Bartolucci. I was like, what? He's like, oh yeah, scientists found it, and he went on for like 10 minutes about a planet that doesn't exist. I didn't even have to look it up. That had to be a complete bullshit story out of nowhere because what the fuck, planet? Get out of here. So maybe now I have to look it up because that's absurd. Yeah, I want to hear all your guys' stories about shit like this because it's this place is fucking bizarre. It's just fucking bizarre. And that fucking guy again. What the hell? Quantum of Conscience. He had a good video up today. If you've seen it or not, about I think it says something about JFK in the title, and he pointed out something very very strange. Apparently, the window that Lee Harvey Oswald was in is the only window that's like, it's squared off. Just watch the video, because all the other windows have like an arch at the top, but just that one didn't. And I was like, oh, I don't know what that means, but clearly it's a sign for something. Just me, Colleen. I like that idea. It is now Epsom salt for me, but Epsom salt, yes. Do I see an end? Got me. Really, I'd like to think that maybe we're just I don't even know what you see. I don't even know what like the Watchers are, but I keep hearing it being referenced to, and I keep meaning to go, find out what the hell that really means. But what if like we're just in these bodies to witness whatever is going on in this person's life, that we are not the person, and like we have absolutely no control over what the body does or whatever, and even though it feels like we do, and then that we're just here to like somewhat experience the life of, or the experience of the person's life. It's a weird thing, but I don't know. I often feel like I have control, but like, I don't know, it make no sense. Uh, Ashley, why didn't I tell her? I don't know. She might not like that, just because I'm already on medications and everything, and I really don't smoke much. Like, I don't know. I don't want to add any more shit. She's got enough to deal with me, quite frankly. Oh, that wasn't towards me. Never mind. Yeah, the whole NPC thing's got me all fucked up too, because it's really, it's like a racial slur almost. Like, I hate to speak bad about someone, but maybe what if they're like we were before, whatever the hell's going on with us, and like if they choose to wake up, they'll I don't know. I don't like to even think of me as being awake, because I think I've already said this, but if I was awake, I don't think I'd be here anymore. Like, but I don't know. It's a very creepy thing. I don't like to. This is the worst. I don't even want to bring it up, but all right. So there was a video game back in like 2001, I think, called Metal Gear Solid 2, I guess. Can't remember. Sons of Liberty, and when you get to the end, it's you find out that your whole game was a simulation type thing, and the main character finds out like that his love interest is just an NPC, basically just a program, and that got me really depressed thinking about that, because like what if you're the only real thing in your world, I'm the only real thing in mine? That's very depressing, and I don't know, it freaks me out. Don't like to think about that shit, but you gotta. There's that. Still going back to, do you see an end to all this? I don't know what it is, but hopefully it's on autopilot, like we used to be, and it just feels like we're not on autopilot anymore, because I don't see myself changing like the things that I have to, and that freaks me out, because I'm just very lazy and like don't like change. and I've asked a billion times for like some, for God or whatever to step in, take over, and do whatever needs to be done, because I can't. I have no willpower at all. It's very depressing. Coming at you, 97.5. That doesn't make any sense. Let's see. It would be nice to have something to look forward to. We need some real steps towards the positive to happen, like from an outside source. I mean, I don't know. I often think that that's like the whole point is, like, we're all fucked up at least a little bit, and I feel like I don't have any inner strength, and I think that's like that might be part of this, is like to find our inner strength, or for the program to play it out as if we think we find our inner strength, whatever the fuck it is. And then I don't know, but it's odd because I was quite, well, I guess I can't say happy, but I wasn't a mess, when I had my job. I enjoyed my job, and even though it was, a slave job, all that shit, I could function like a, somewhat normal human being. And I can't even do that anymore. And I don't know if that has to happen, but it really sucks that, I can't be like somewhat awake and then somewhat still a zombie and, a slave, find some happy medium there. Because, like, in this condition, I can't do shit. And, even if I'm helping someone by, like, getting my messness out there, like, I can only do that an hour a day. 23 hours I'm fucking a mess. You know how it is. I think I'm way off here. Hold on. Why do I keep passing do you see an end to all this? Did you put that 10 times, or I keep pressing up? Yeah, Korrie, it's not Scotty, but Scott Baylo at Gmail. Just be aware that I never check it, but I will check it now that I know you're sending something. Unless you're talking to Harrison, but I don't see him in here. But, well, yeah, Scott Baylo at Gmail. And shells go nuts because I never check it anyway. It's all junk mail. Yeah, that's funny, Jen. I think about that too. Where, yeah, I mean, before not being scared of death anymore, you think about, well, shit, I don't want to just die and that's it. And now we're like, basically, I guess we're at the point where we're finding out that we just keep going and going and going. Ugh, that's awful too. I mean, unless there's, if there's other realities where it's not so fucking ridiculous, then fine. And maybe if we have a little bit of our memory when we go to these places, so we're not like, duh, what happened? I woke up in this crazy place and I have to work all the time, and it sucks. If it's something a little bit nicer, maybe 60% good, a little more than that. I think maybe we've earned it, or maybe not. I often think too that, if we're the fallen angels and we have to do this because we did something really fucked up in the past, and like, not that it's, I think of it as hell, but not that it's hell, but like, we kind of got to prove ourselves from the bottom up again, and that we're not gonna, if we went against God, that we're not gonna do it again or something. That's depressing too. I gotta stop talking because I'm gonna make everybody slit their wrists. Remember, folks, across the tracks, not up and down. Or no, it's up and down, not across the tracks. See, I fucked that up too. I keep passing, do you see an end to all this? This is driving me crazy. I'm just gonna go to the bottom. Oh wait, what the hell? Oh, this is bizarre. Ashley, are you on drugs? I give you clarity. What? That doesn't make any sense. Unaffected. Get her off. Just kidding. Yeah. Yeah, it's Johnner. Is it Joner or Johnner? I'm just gonna say Johnner. You know, I've been saying Super Mario Brothers my whole life, and this might be even an effect. If any video game nerds out there, do you remember calling it Mario and not Mario? Because I started getting corrected on that about, I don't know, 5 to 10 years ago. Everybody, it's Mario, not Mario. I've been saying it my whole life. I'm not going to stop now. I'm sure that's with a lot of things too. Do you see an end to all this? I keep going back to that. Yeah, I want. Do you guys? Because you know we've heard Ma say like many times that we're all the same. Um, I'm assuming he just means like there's like one specific consciousness, conscience, whatever the hell you say, um, that controls all of us. Like if you know what a real-time strategy game is, there's like a bunch of players on the field. You can highlight all of them at once. Like I think of it something like that. So it's the same basic, like I think he says template, but all of our experiences make us out. We're still similar, but like different because of what we've been through separately. Um, I don't know if that makes any sense. Salted Cedar, what's up? Thank God I only have 9 more minutes left. So I was out of shit to talk about a long time ago. Does anybody want to ask me any questions? I can't give any good advice, but... Ooh, I'm gonna have to be like Harrison now. Just me, Colleen. Why did you retract your statement? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, Raine's back. I don't know if you guys got that, whatchamacallit, notification. Raine just went live, I guess. If you guys want to hop over there, please do. I don't mind. Jen, I don't know anything about the Bible either. I really don't. I just, know what I've heard from other people about the angels that went against God or whatever, fallen angels. I don't know. It's all nonsense to me, but I'll tell you one thing. When I was like, I don't know, 14, I'm pretty sure it was like 14, 15 years old, I was driving around with my mom and she said something about blah, 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 God this or whatever. And I went, there is no God. Like, I don't know if it was because I was just young and stupid and like trying to be hip or something. I don't even know, but when I said it, I felt extremely dirty inside and like, you're an idiot, that's not true. Um, whatever. Would be nice to have like a handbook when you come down here though. Not 50 handbooks that all say they're right. I haven't read any of them, so I don't even know. Is anybody good with the Bible? Like, see, me with the trust issues, I just have a bad feeling, and I'm sure there's plenty of good information in all, like, holy books or whatever, but what parts were fucked with? That's the kind of shit that bothers me, and that's why I don't trust anything. But I do want to listen to the what is it? Book or books, I don't know, of Enoch, because I've seen that on YouTube. I have it saved somewhere in the thousands of playlists I have. So, yeah. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . But I wouldn't worry about that, Jen. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It's just something I thought about. But that's the thing. It's like we're I don't know. We're sort of picked to do something good. So I don't think we're that as bad as I'm making us out to be or me to be or whatever. Um, I've always had a heart and like uh, just lost it for a long time because you fall into the nonsense of the world and yeah. I can't imagine this ending bad. It's just bad now. What else you got here? Salted Cedar wrote Jesus is the Word handbook. I would love to have that kind of, you know, 100% knowing that that's the truth. I have a weird thing with that. I always think that like that could have been something that they changed, and having us try to worship something that we're not supposed to. I don't want to offend you with that or anything, but it's a fucked up thing I have. Buy unique finds. Raina's on and she's ticked off about something. Ooh, you know what? Let's go over there then, because I really don't have anything to talk about anyway. Let's go show her some support and all that shit. And I love you all, and I think you're wonderful. And seriously, everybody who's doing a stream is doing fucking awesome. And I try to make as many as I can. Let's get over to Raine. All right, bye. Love you. Fuck off.